What's up everyone, it's Exotic and I'm going to be showing off Ben10 Battle Ready. This was a web game that helped start off the Ben10 franchise by introducing the original 10 aliens. So let's see how fast we can beat this game, and the goals are simple. Pretty much you had to become each alien and do the ILs. And each alien level contained 10 sumo cards, which are yellow cards which I will be collecting throughout the levels. And once you collect all sumo cards and each the 10 alien levels, you get to unlock the final boss. And if you don't know what the final boss is, even though it's said on my splits, well, you're off for a real treat. Because it is something that most of you probably had never seen before, despite all the attempts of trying to beat this game. So let's get started, and my PB for this is a 25:29. So let's get started, and the timer starts when I press the play button here. So 3, 2, 1, skadoosh. Wait, that's Sonic. Anyways, this is the hub world. I go become XL and go to the first level, which is Wild Mud. And I know, and you can pretty much beat the levels in any order you want. This is what I came up with, and the reason why I'm doing Wild Mud first is because he's the hardest one for sure, while the Wild Grey Mantis is the easiest one for me. So it's from hardest to easiest in a weird way. So Wild Mud attack is kind of the worst because you have to go near enemy to attack him, and as you saw there, a great demonstration. If you attack while an enemy attacks, he turns you around and lets you go the other way. So Wild Mud is definitely a interesting alien to get used to. Meaning it's kind of bad. And also he has no splash damage either, so you have to make contact with each robot in order to defeat them, which can be very challenging at times. And I mean by times, I mean pretty often. But if you go like in between them, you can actually do a quick double. So he does do a little bit of splash damage, which is actually very, very helpful. And you saw them defeating those robots. The noble robots, the pink ones / purple ones, aren't too bad to deal with. They can surround you and kill you quickly, but these red saucers are by far the worst. Because what they do, the saucers, they actually can combo you. So 1 minute you can be alive, in 2 seconds you can be dead if you get hit by like 10 of their beams. And of course the bottom left is my health bar. And it looks like a lot, it actually isn't. So you may have noticed I'm not getting attacked too often, and that is because if you're above or below enemies, they cannot actually attack you. They can only attack you when you're on its side. And the same applies to me, so that's why if you're below or above an enemy, you're pretty much immune to them until they travel up at the same level as you. I can see me get turned around again by another alien or robot. And of course this factory is filled with exploding barrels. You probably saw me blow up a lot of them at the start there. And if you're right next to them, when they blow up, you're pretty much dead. So you want to kind of go far away before they explode, so they won't take out Wild Mud with you or any other alien. So Wild Mud, you can tell, is kind of like a labyrinth, where you have to go along this entire maze looking for these cards, because in casual gameplay you have no clue where these cards are. So that's why a lot of people have never actually been in this game before, and it can be very challenging because each level has 10 of them, and they're all spread out. Another interesting thing about these card locations, they're normally in these corners, so if you're not careful, you could get surrounded. If you're surrounded, the blasts do stun you for a little bit, especially Wild Mud here. So if you get surrounded by them, they can easily wipe you out. And these robots can track you from miles, so nothing to watch out for. And there goes the first level, Wild Dog in this case, just for the memes, why not? So up next we have Stinkfly. Stinkfly is pretty much as hard as Wild Mud, except there's not as many enemies that can surround you because he is a slower enemy. Sorry, slower alien. So yeah, and right now with Excel I'm traveling the hub, and the hub is allows you to get access to all levels in this game. So like I said before, you don't have to do any of these aliens in any order. Oh, I got the health glitch. That's fantastic. Don't know what causes that, but it just happens. Where you think I have full health, but I actually have half health. It's a dumb graphical bug. Boom. You can use bows for your advantage as well. They can kill you instantly, but so do the same with the enemies. So this is pretty much, this is like a labyrinth, like a wild mud stage. You have to go around this S button and get all the cards and try not to get surrounded by either the robot or the saucers. And these red saucers can drain your health so fast that it's not even worth trying to keep them alive. When I'm doing actual runs, I do try to keep them alive because it's kind of slow to defeat them. But I have to hope we don't like surround you. And of course, they place all these Samo cards where that is easily can happen. Like there's no escape route. The only end is where you came out. And this is true for this stage. And pretty much like half the cards in this game. There we go. And the attack for Stinkfly is actually pretty good. Although it's not a splash damage like Walamut or future aliens, he can shoot enemies from afar, which is very useful in this stage. Which is another reason why you don't get surrounded too much. And that's the same, and the splash damage applies same to the debris, like the barrels, and the enemies. So you can do the same to the enemies. If you go close enough, you can actually destroy multiple barrels or multiple enemies at once. Some of you do that quite a bit in Wild Mud stage. Oh, Wild Dog. I'll call him Wild Dog for now, because it's much more funny. Much more funnier. Like I say, like you can see me do it there, destroying two barrels at once instead of just one. If you're far away, you only destroy one. Boy. So if you can see me going up and down the ward, and I saw those red saucers has no chance of attacking me. Cause like I said before, if you're above a below enemy, they can attack you from down there. So that's what I'm trying to do with these saucers. Of course, these are the saucers that can actually fly around, so they're even the worst variety. Like they're like so bad. So if you once you get more skill with this game, you can actually manipulate the enemies so they actually travel in the path that you want them to travel, which I kind of messed up back there. Supposed to go up then downwards so they won't travel. I got 3 take out all of these guys so they won't surround me. They only take like 2, like it's only take like 1 saucer on each side, or even just one side at times to actually instantly drain your health. So just taking these guys out really helps. And of course, I put another saucer on your left there, the saucer robot there, just to surround you with another saucer. It's kind of a cool trick, but we made it work. And that's it for Stinkfly. And up next is Upgrade. Upgrade is much more linear than Stinkfly stage. Like a lot linear. And to get to him, we actually gotta turn into Ghost Freak. But Ghost Freak has this nice ability that allows you to go through walls, which makes this stage not only nice and easy, it makes it like too easy in my opinion. So Upgrade has an even worse attack than Stinkfly because of his speed. And the fact that you're more restricted where you can actually go, whoops. Because of restrictions and because almost all cards are of course trapped in the corner, you had to pretty much destroy all robots. Now there might be a way to do this without destroying all robots, but I haven't tried to even attempting to do that. I'd probably be too risky to do it anyways. Another terrible thing about Upgrade though, that you can only destroy one enemy at a time, so you pretty much must have good reaction times in order to actually do this level pretty fast. or fast at all. But if you're lucky, like here, you can actually get a double. So same with the debris, if you're up next to an enemy, you can actually get double, just like that, by going right in between them and going up close to them. And sometimes you can get it from afar as well. That upgrade does have a range attack. That actually is possible. And of course, to top things off, he can only shoot. It takes 2 hits for upgrade to actually take out an enemy, which sucks. And I should have said this earlier, but each attack, in most cases, takes away 2 hit points from you. So it's 2 per hit from pretty much every enemy from in the game, including the red robot saucers. There we go. Last sumo card, and there we go. So much more linear, a lot more easier casually, but in a run, it's actually pretty hard. Up next is one of my favorite stages, Ripjaws, because we're gonna be let's just say it's gonna be pretty much a parade going behind me, because in Ripjaw stage you can actually you don't actually have to destroy all enemies because he moves fast enough and he's actually pretty small, so much easier to enjoy and watch, I think. Because for some reason they like follow Ripjaw in a very interesting pattern, which makes this level like almost like a total breeze. Although you can still get trapped here, it's not as likely compared to Wild Muds and Stinkflies upgrades. Except for here. Here's the, I would say, the only bad part. I believe, at least. So you go have like a trail of hopefully 20 aliens, 20 robots following me. And of course, Wild Mud is amazing because you can actually take down like 5 enemies in 1 bite. Sorry, in 2 bites, which is a huge help. I missed that guy, so that's why that happened. That tangent line should be much longer by now, which it is actually. I shouldn't say it is. It is. It's super long, and they go be parading behind me pretty much throughout this entire stage. Oh boy. So there's like 20 enemies behind me right now. No joke, 20 robots. And this is where you can see the maximum stretch of the line if I do this right. And look at that. And sometimes it's even more than that. Actually, almost all the times it's more than that, if you do this right. So is there a way to do a similar thing in the upgrade stage? Maybe. But the issue here though, is you may have noticed that most of the cards here are not even trapped in a corner, so it's actually doable, much more easier in Ripjaw compared to upgrades, where most of them are in a corner. Next is Heatblast. And the reason why I become Ghost Freak here again is just so I can go through these walls, because there's no other way to actually get to these levels, because they're all surrounded by the bottomless pit. So if you summon to Ripjaw, you can actually kind of escape that trap there, but wasn't successful. They were too fast that time. And luckily Heatblast is summoned to Stinkflies, but he does have the splash damage, I believe he does. Yeah, he does up close, so it's not as, so it's like less likely for me to get trapped. And you can destroy enemies much faster. So getting low on health, so I'm going to be trying to like get some green orbs, and those green orbs pretty much refreshes your health. So you get for green orb you get extra hit points, which is very useful in this game because it's like the only thing that keeps you alive, honestly. And of course he has a sneak attack robot here, but you can just get rid of him like that. And of course when they actually shoot it's completely random, so I have to hope they shoot as late as possible so we can actually get a hit in. Like that. That was a pretty good luck there. That's fine. Good. Because I timed that correctly, I actually can destroy one of those big robots for free without having to take it out myself. I wish you could do that in more places, but... Actually, no, you're going to see a few more of those type of deaths. I mean, it's super useful because you don't really go near it, so you actually take a lot less damage from it. Sneak attack. So, sneak attack for him, so he won't attack me over those smaller ones. Like those smaller robots there protect the big robot, so you end up dying to the big robots. But if you like do a little sneak attack there, you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, I can see some of these robots get taken out by complete skill. Because if you do that casually and just go up front and attack him, he'll probably just knock you out in like 3 hits or so. So that's why I went from behind. So Forearms is one of the strongest aliens because you can pretty much destroy all enemies in 1 hit. 1 hit, you're gone. Just 1 hit. So he's definitely one of my favorite aliens because of that. Even though he does have a range attack, he does have a splash damage. So you can take out multiple enemies in 1 hit if they're close together. And because he goes so fast, you can just press space and the robot is completely gone. Completely instantly. And in this case, punch really hard that they evaporate. No one does it better than Forearms. Yep, there's nothing there. There's a double right there. Super easy to do with Forearms. Oh shoot, 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 shoot. So right there, the hitboxes are kind of weird. If you go like there again, if you go like near an object as certain aliens, you actually can't go through it because its hitbox expands way too far than it should. So you do get tricked up there sometimes. And from that, I almost died from the barrels. I mean, you got to love the red barrels in this game. They're very explosive. Super explosives. Here's another tricky hitbox situation there behind one of those these poster boards. And oh, by the way, we're in a factory. If it wasn't obvious already, with all the boxes and conveyor belts and all the good stuff, we're in a factory. Whose factory? I have no clue. And look at that! Take out the big robots in 1 hit. Nothing is more satisfying than that. Doing that. So yeah, that's Forearms. Another interesting fact about Forearms, you can actually attack enemies from above as well and below. So that's actually really useful. So next is Diamond Head. I walk with Null Ben because it's right there. It takes too long to actually switch to XL than just being Ben and walking to it. So this is Diamond Head. He can shoot rapidly, really fast. So that's making him really good to take out enemies 1 by 1. I can even do, it's not splash damage, but it goes so fast, it's actually one of the better attacks. Because of his rapid fire. Good. Just like that. Demonstrate perfectly here. And I would say this is a little bit more like a labyrinth, but a not as severe as Stinkfly's labyrinth though. It's kind of easy to find all the cards in this one. Oh yeah, one more thing to note. Pretty much if you get hit in this game by most enemies as any alien, most of them do turn you around, but it's much more severe in Wild Mud because you actually are going towards the opposite side. So that's one thing to note. I kind of spoke about that earlier. Like I said, it's less severe in this stage. Boom, take him out. Look at that, all those crates destroyed, but not a single green orb. Because if your health bar is actually almost up to full, when you destroy a crate, it gives you less health bars in general, or health orbs, whatever you call those green things. So that's why my luck seems really bad when it comes to getting green orbs right now. And if you've been paying close attention, you don't get your health back every time you beat a stage, so that really sucks. Alright, up next is Ghost Freak. Ghost Freak is the easiest, and you technically can do this without destroying a single enemy in this level. One of the only levels where you cannot, where you don't have to take out anyone, and have a chance of survival. Except when you do that. I missed a card. Hold on. I missed a card. This is an easy one to miss, though. No, I don't think I did. No, I didn't. I'm thinking of Stinkfly. So, whatever. Yeah, so you go all the way down. And by the way, even if you do attack an enemy, it's one of the best attacks in the game. Probably the best. Because his splash, not only is a range attack, his splash is absolutely insane. So you can take out like a whole group of enemies just by one of those whoosh. And that includes debris as well, which is also very useful. No, I am missing a card. Crap. No, I'm missing one. Yeah, I'm missing one. Probably from the top, like I was saying before. Yeah, the hitboxes here are super bad. Like, even though you can go through objects, the hitboxes are still super bad, and you cannot go through like most of the objects, the unique objects. So, I kind of move yourself around in weird ways. I had to find which card I missed. Oh man. And the reason why it's easy to miss cards is because it kind of out of your way, so you have to kind of know where's the card. There he is. Because it goes like one corner, I missed that one. Which is kind of easy to do, because this level is kind of brain dead level, so it's kind of easy to do that in some locations. But yeah. My bad. And then next up is XL. And funny enough, that's actually one of the levels that I actually didn't D-List on because I thought it'd be so easy, but I ended up missing a card anyway, so that ended up being a terrible decision. Because normally, when I do these marathon submissions, I normally try to get all cards. So this is XL. This is also another stage where you have to destroy no one, and that is because that he goes so fast. Hence why I'm using the hub, that we pretty much outrun everyone, so there's no need to attack most enemies unless they're in the way like this. Even then, you can just push them out of the way. By far the best alien for speedrunning in this game. 5, 6. So destroying those robots there just to be a little bit safer. Although if they have no chance of killing me, it's just a way to just not have them attack you like a million times. So yeah, that's XL8. And then finally we have Grey Matter, which is the smallest alien of them all, and unfortunately also the weakest. But his attack is really good, and his stage is actually very easy because there's not like a billion enemies surrounding you. Oops, other one. So for Grey Matter, its attack is literally just this. Now it's not that bad in the stage because A, all the enemies are super big because he's so small, but also B, you only have to destroy very few of them because there's only like 20 enemies in this level, I believe. So it's really easy to take them on one, and if you like surround them, sorry, if you like get them into go into groups, you can take out like 2 at once. So really good attack, I think, just for this little stage. Although even though it's kind of very bad at the same time, but I don't know, I normally don't have any issues with this level, so it's pretty good in my book compared to Walmart and sometimes Heatblast. And of course, the funniest thing about this level that most of the debris he takes out is soda cans. What are those papers? Paper scraps, I think. Like that's literally what you're like taking out for your debris compared to the barrels and the exploding barrels, which is kind of funny. And those blue and red things, I believe, are like are like packages where they store sumo cards, I believe. So don't ask why they're floating around everywhere. Why don't you just get one of those things? I don't know, but there you go. There's probably something else in them then. Alright. And a good thing, if you go Grey Matter, you may notice you can attack, the enemy bounces back, but you can walk to them again and attack again, so it's really efficient to take out those enemies like that. And then finally we have the final robot, the giant robot. And this is the reward you get from completing all the levels. Alright, so you'll go as XL and go straight to the boss fight. And that's a big hole that somehow appeared out of nowhere. So if you haven't seen this before, this is the final boss. Casually, this will take like over 4 minutes, but if you do it like this, with forearms, it gets a lot faster and a little bit easier as well. Well, maybe not easier, but it's definitely a lot faster. Unfortunately, randomly, he can spin like that, and that's like the hardest part about this route. And avoiding his spin can be very difficult as well. And it's at random. But when you get to half health, you can randomly spin like that, and even his duration of the spin is a little random too. I died. So yeah, and my goal here is to try not to free so many robots because we can pretty much triple team you and take you out pretty easily. So yeah, so fortunately that first attempt is a fluke. We'll try that again. And like I said, if you die in this game, you don't have to do anything again, you just have to do the same level again. Like literally this boss can sometimes take you like less than a minute if he doesn't spin at all, but when he does like spin 5 times, not only makes it harder, it makes it a lot longer. I'm pretty much exploring it by going above him because like I said before, when you're above a robot anything in this game, except for forearms, you cannot attack it and he can attack you. So which is like forearms, not only forearms hits the hardest, he's also has the ability to damage enemies below him. unlike everyone else, including the boss himself. So definitely super useful for this guy. Bad RNG, but we did get at the end. The time stops when he explodes and boss defeat appears. And that is Ben10 Battle ready for the web. In this case, a PC. So I hope you all enjoy. My PB is a... what's my PB again? A... whatever. My PB is a 25.59, sorry, 39 or something like that. And the world record is like a 25... 09, something like that. So really good run, super optimized. Not this one because I did get a little bit lost of Ghost Freak, but everything else was pretty solid. But yeah, this is Ben10 Battle ready. I hope this brings back a lot of memories, and yeah, I hope you enjoy.